Today we're going to talk about how to improve construction productivity. So when I hear the word productivity, I'm thinking of field, and I'm thinking of my crew. Production, crew rates, how to get them to go faster, meet the budget, all those kinds of things. So as I think about it, I always ask when I do programs at major conferences, World of Concrete and some other big ones around town, construction's a four-letter word. And people go, what is it? What's the four-letter word? And they go, work. I don't know, I can't think of anything else. No, it's risk. Labor is the biggest risk you take on your job sites every day with your own crew. And if your crews don't stay on budget, you lose the most money. That's where most contractors lose the most. A few make money on labor. Why? They bid with too much, or they have really good crews. It's usually because they bid with too much. But they don't have a program to manage the crew and productivity. A typical program is, in the morning you meet and you tell your guys to hurry up. So they go out to the job and you find out later they're slow. And you go, I told you to hurry up. And they say, yeah, man, we're working as hard as we can, as fast as we can. We're doing our best. Well, you didn't tell them what you wanted. What did you want? You wanted to hit 35 square yards, cubic yards of whatever by today. The goal for today is 641 lineal feet of 6-inch sewer, dug and laid, maybe not finished. That's what the goal was. But they go, I'm working hard. What do you mean? So it'd be like playing baseball without batting averages. You wouldn't have a clue who your best hitter is. You know, I watched the NBA finals the last few years, and there are great games, and they're always exciting. You get down to the last quarter, and it's always the last 5 minutes. But if you think about it, I don't really remember who scored all the goals. There's usually one guy. I don't remember which team actually scored more goals, baskets. And if there wasn't a scorecard, I wouldn't have a clue. In fact, I probably wouldn't even watch the game, because who cares? No score, no victory, no profit. Who cares? So I got to have a scorecard. Be like playing golf. I play a lot of golf, a couple times a week if I can. And could you imagine if there was no scorecard? And also, if there were no holes and no greens, you just keep hitting the ball until you run out of beer or whatever you do, right? Run out of Cokes, run out of energy. You just play until it gets dark, and nobody cares. So you don't care if you get better, you just keep pounding the ball. It gets really boring. Crews need to know where they are and what the goal is and how they're doing on a regular basis. You can't give your crews a bonus, an incentive bonus, if they perform faster if you're not tracking it. So you got to know the goal, and you got to know how they did, and then we can set up a PIP plan, profit incentive plan. Okay, so how do we improve productivity? First thing, construction's a four-letter word, risk. How do we reduce risk? First, we got to understand that risk is a five-letter word. And the word is labor, L-A-B-O-R. Unless you're in Canada, they stuck a U in there for some reason. But anyway, labor. You're in the labor management business. How do I spend more time focused on labor? Most of us don't really go out and watch our crews. We just let them go out and come back. We don't really look at their numbers. We don't know if they're on budget. I can't tell you how many contractors I work with when I first meet them. I go, how are you doing on the jobs? I don't know. How often do you do your job cost report? How often do you go back and look at labor hours versus labor budget on completion? How'd you come up with your estimating quantities? How many lineal foot, square foot, cubic yards you can install in a day per man, per crew member? I've been using $25 a yard or square foot for years for labor. Where'd that come from? I don't know. I spoke at a fencing conference once. I'm doing a program on how to calculate your labor rates and productivity rates. And I go, well, you got to track how many lineal feet of fencing you can put in on a day with a 3-man crew. And they go, who cares, George? You don't understand. It's $12 a lineal foot. I go, well, what if it's uphill? What if it's downhill? What if it's a big job, a little job? What if it's tight fit? You can't get your truck there. What if you have to hand dig the holes? Well, maybe it's $12.25. I go, you got no clue. So what we have to do is realize that according to productivity studies, there's 4 things we do in construction. Number 1, we plan results. Number 2, we produce results. We actually out there working. Number 3, we support. We do layout, we move material, we get the job set up. And number 4, we waste time. What do you think the number one activity that we spend the most time, most crews spend the most time doing? It's wasting time. The average crew, including the foreman, only spend about 8 minutes a day planning the job. You got to be kidding me. They only spend about 2 to 3 to 4 hours a day, let's call it 3, actually doing the work. Third is supporting, so that's like 25%, supporting the work. A couple hours a day, you know, they're laying out, they're looking for equipment, waiting for the inspector, all those kinds of things, moving lumber around, moving drywall, moving equipment, etc. So that's number 3. What do you think number 4 is? Wasting time. The average contractor loses 3 to 3.5 hours per day wasting time. What would wasting time include? Standing around, smoking, taking a break, not starting at 7 a.m., starting at 7:20, 7:30. If they're on equipment, they get off their equipment at 3 and start looking busy cleaning the equipment or whatever they're doing. Maybe the contractor's too cheap to put power poles or temporary power near where your crews are working. So rather than buy a generator, which costs you about $50 a day, to save $50, we have the whole crew walking 600 feet 10 times a day. Or maybe they don't put a toilet near your crew. It's way over there. So 10 times a day, your whole crew is walking back and forth, losing 30 minutes, 40 minutes, 50 minutes, just walking to the bathroom. Cell phone use. What about cell phones? Every time they're on the phone, they're standing around, the crew's waiting for them. Every time the foreman is on a backhoe digging, every time he gets a call or an interruption, the whole crew stands around and waits. There's so many ways to improve productivity. What are your strategies to improve productivity? If you save 10 minutes an hour, that's 80 minutes a day for your whole crew. That's big bucks. So think about what you can do to speed up your work. So in the area of job productivity management, number 1, everybody on your crew, and especially the foreman, not the supervisor, the foreman needs to know what the goal is. The foreman manages the crew. The foreman tells the crew, oversees the crew, keeps them on track doing their job. So we've got to get the foreman to clearly understand this job is 10 days with 4 people on the crew. However many hours that is, I can't do the math in my head, you've got 600 hours, made it up. So after 1 week, you better have half the work done, 300 hours out of 600. And how do we go out there and look? Are we on budget? Are we on track? Are we half done or not? And if you're falling behind, what are we going to do? So we have to have a weekly job costs, production, labor, crew scorecard printed out on Monday morning and handed to every foreman on every job via email, via PDF, however you're going to do it. And then we're going to do a weekly meeting with all of our crew foremen every week to go over the results. And we're going to show everybody the good, bad, and the ugly, the red, the green, the black, the red, who's ahead, who's behind. And we're going to say, hey, Joe, your job's way behind. What's going on? Everybody's going to see what your batting average is. Your batting average is only 150. Next week, you're sitting on the bench. Hey, Sam, you're doing a good job. You're hitting 400, 350. You're doing great. Okay, what can you do to give good old Joe an idea of how he can get better? So we're going to have an accountability meeting with all the foremen on a regular basis, and we're going to review everybody's results. That one program will improve your productivity minimum, I guarantee it, 10%. So to get the job cost tracking report and scorecards for your crew, I'm going to offer those to you as part of our closeout documents that you're going to be able to download. So you can visit our Construction Project Success website, constructionprojectsuccess.com, and you're going to get a productivity scorecard tracking system, and you're going to get a project success system so you can stay on track and improve your productivity by starting off with knowing what you're trying to accomplish and then be comfortable every week that you can make it happen. All right? Hopefully that works out for you. You'll also get an opportunity to get my first chapter of my book, Turn Your Construction Business into a Profit-Making Machine, and you'll be able to download a few other things that we offer you. So thanks for being here today, and hopefully you go out there and focus on your labor. If you're not watching your labor every day, you're going to lose money. So I don't want you to do that. All right? Make it happen. Thanks.